Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over this video. I'm going to go more specific, deeper into some altcoins to see what opportunities could be coming up. What I wanted to do, and by the way, if you just land here, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. That'd be appreciated. Um, considering the circumstances here, this is the NASDAQ, guys. Since high in, what was that, 15 August, more or less, this thing has dropped a grand total of more or less 22%. And considering the circumstances for Bitcoin, that's a serious dump for the traditionals, guys. That's like Bitcoin doing 40 or 50. And considering the circumstances over here, Bitcoin's still in over 19,000 over there. I'd take that as a good signal. With this dump and then Bitcoin not really doing anything is, well, I'll just leave it at that. When you expect it to go down and it doesn't go down, that's usually could be a good sign in a lot of ways. But what I wanted to do is also too is you guys want to pay attention to like the Riot blockchain, which is a Bitcoin miner, and what it did. I was paying attention to this to see if it was in a bullish sequence. You can see it came all the way back around to test that low and came right all the way over here. And it's slowing up in its momentum. By the way, let me go back over the NASDAQ. And a lot of NASDAQ people are charting the NASDAQ. They're expecting a lot lower numbers, and that's true. Personally, I think it's finishing up its fifth wave in this area. That's what I think is going on. You have a lot of bullish divergence right there. That's how you find these impulse waves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's coming down for a 5. It could be finishing up in this area, and there could be a significant bounce in the traditionals at some point. Could it go a little bit lower? It could. But with the first wave and the third wave, those sizes, and then this bullish divergence down here, more than likely this fifth wave, I don't know, it's not going to go too much farther. I wouldn't think. That's just my take on it. We're going over these assets over here like Riot and Mara. They're Bitcoin miners. And the move that it made out of here, I'm just kind of keeping my eye on it. And it did a pretty significant correction. And if this is a bullish move that it made and it corrected all the way over here like that, more than likely, as long as it doesn't break that low, that's good for this asset, to correct that deep. That's the signal of a second wave correction. It does, to me, look like maybe it's a flat that it did, a very aggressive flat. You pull some fibs on Riot blockchain here to that whole A wave. This would be the B wave. And here's its C wave. As you can see, it came almost all the way down to, 2 expanded flat area, real aggressive. Those that are new to my channel is like that. Sometimes you want to see at the end of sequences, if it goes up bullish and then you see come all the way back down to its area where it started, it's typically from flat moves. So an A, B, and then it comes aggressive down onto a C. I think the other one was it Mara, could have been something similar. It's seems to be a little bit more bullish, but you can see down here in the 45-minute chart, it is looking like it's coming up to finish something too. And it could have been some sort of flat right here where it finished up something in this area, came back up and came down aggressively into a C wave. And coming to these areas where they like to stop, typically in a fourth wave area, just those areas right there. So I just want to let you guys know that I'm paying attention to these just to see what's going on with Bitcoin and using GBTC, which kind of explains the reason why though GBTC is not going down as much as people expect. Therefore, Bitcoin is not going to go down as much as people expect. Just my take on it. So I wanted to go over some assets that I'm actually looking at, and I'm actually if you will, DCAing in a little bit. LF0 is being one of them because it has a nice sequence off the bottom and it's in a correction. I think that's pretty obvious to me that this went up in a bullish move and it's coming back down and correcting that area. So this is an area it finally decided to pop down in there and come back down to this fourth wave area. So to me, this is giving a pretty decent signal I don't like the RSI. I would like to see it down here a little bit more on this 8-hour chart to take everything out. But this is the area that I'm going to be checking this out. It's coming right to that fourth wave target area, up in 5, back into a corrective move. So it's looking pretty good in my opinion. That's one that I'm just, small percentage, not financial advice, small percentage of that into this coin. Another one that I'm starting to check out a little bit closer that obviously I missed it. This one took me off guard a little bit, but it's Injective Protocol, or INJ. It's doing well. It's having nice reactions. Now, whether this sequence is this is the sequence and it's going up to complete it to correct it again is kind of what I'm waiting for. I've been trying to find an entry into this. I didn't think it was done. I thought it was going to go lower, and it just skirted right on top of the area of my box, and it just keeps on going. And you can see it's making pretty bullish sequences out of here, doing a correction, coming pretty deep in the RSI, and then just whizzing out of there again. So this is another one. So basically, at the end of the day, right now with the markets, guys, in the cryptocurrency market, is you want to be able to find, what's your next quant, what's your next Matic, if you will. Look at Matic. Matic's done really, really well. I was kind of under the assumption, considering the circumstances, the drop in the cryptocurrency, some of the other cryptocurrencies, I thought Matic was going to come down more and maybe have another opportunity to pick up some more, but it didn't. But those are ones that have taken off a little bit. Not to say that there's not more upside with Matic and Quant. I do think that there is. I think they're going to complete their sequences. So potential, obviously 2 or 3 more X in both those coins. This is a little bit higher risk. Made a video about it. It's Vulcan Forge, and it's actually looking pretty good too, guys. I was just paying attention on its correction that it did here. When I made the video, I said it's going to go up and do a correction. You can see down here in the RSI, it made that move, and it came pretty deep down here, and then it just whizzed out of there again. So is that part of the correction? Just another coin that I'm be looking at that it's looking pretty decent, guys. I'm just really, really surprised. This one is in the gaming sector, and it's starting to do pretty well. So another advantage too, these cryptocurrencies or low cap coins, they can do pretty well. So because obviously it doesn't take as much to move them. Here's ICP. I was looking at. I want to go over this because this is one that's still in a correction, and contrary to this area, I actually decided, I said, you know what, let me go ahead and do it. I don't like what it's doing in the RSI, but it's not doing anything unusual. Just looking at it, now that's completed it. It's 3-wave move. It's connector wave right here, and then down and doing another 3-wave move with a long drawn out correction. So this coin has been in a correction for a total of 73 days. 73 days, and the wave that it did, its wave took more or less about 43 days. So at some point, in my opinion, I think it's going to do so. Another reason I did it too is it came back to this area right here, which also is an area at the bottom of this wave area, just not quite as bullish as some of those other coins that I went over. As usual, the fourth wave area is an area where they like to correct to, but then on these types of moves, it's also the second wave area also. So it remains to be seen. This is the risk that for this one I'm willing to take, just because the downside, it's right here, it's down 99%. This is going to come back down and break that. I doubt it, in my opinion. The risk is it's just not probably going to do anything. However, it's done a nice sequence. It's corrected it. At some point, there will be something over here down the road. When that will be, no telling. Gonna have to see a little bit more bullishness, it seems, with Bitcoin and maybe Ethereum. Like say if Bitcoin just makes a move from like say 19 to 23 or 24, a coin like this could make this move just like it did last time. It could make a significant move over here, and it went up. That's a 2x right there. Could it do it again? Yeah, that's what I'm banking on. Basically, they could possibly do that. All right, guys, that's the end of it. I want to just go over those coins with you real quick, let you know what I'm taking a look at. Obviously, Quant is another one that, I was talking about. I said, hey, if it gets down to 100, 115, consider that a gift. And it does look like I was pretty much right about that. It'd be a gift. But it's coming up. Quant, you can see, It's going to take some time for that bearish divergence for a coin like this to resolve and then go into its correction. That's not what I mean by that is it could continue to go up, even though kind of like the DXY, DXY has all that bearish divergence and it just still kind of goes up a little bit. It could do that and then have a correction back down to these areas to either reallocate lower to write it up again or add to your bags, however you want to do that. Not financial advice. All right, guys, that's the end of my video. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.